Hey everybody, how's it going? This is a video from vacation Jennifer and I took May 4th and 5th on the Harley, and I had some issues trying to get this edited at that time, and finally figured out what I was doing wrong. Even after all these years, I still get lost sometimes. So anyway, one of our Harley travel adventures, and I hope you enjoy it. Hey everybody, how's it going? Well, Jennifer. Hey everybody, how's it going? Jennifer and myself decided we would take a putt this weekend. I informed the Depot Museum I wasn't going to work on any Saturdays, and I had both days free this weekend in May. So we are going to take a trip up the Owens Valley, over the mountains through Lida Pass, and visit the ancient Bristlecone Forest, and go spend the night in Beatty, Nevada, and ride home tomorrow. So yeah, we're ready to go, loaded and packed, as you can see, and time to hit the road, go get some grub, and then head on. All right, see what happens next. All right, well, we are at Lone Pine right now. We stopped to get gas, had breakfast in Tehachapi, stopped by Vernon and Sue's place, but they weren't home, and then you occurred. And so, yeah, we got, I think Big Pine's another 20 miles or so, and then we'll head off up over the pass. So, here we go. Well, we are at the Bristlecone Pine Forest. The actual forest is over on the other side of these hills here. We rode up about another 2 miles, and there was snow in the road. So Jennifer had to get off, and I had to do an Austin Powers turnaround on the bike to get turned around, and there was no wide spots or anything. So always an adventure. But we're at a place called Sierra View. It's a vista point, and we're gonna walk out here a little ways. Jennifer said she ain't taking her helmet off. It is chilly up here. It's windy. It's about 45 degrees. And right here, we are right at 9,000 feet elevation. We were about 9,500 where we turned around. And the only place there's snow is in the shady spots down there. So this is as far as we can go. Let's walk up the trail and see what's up. All right, we walked down here to this Vista Point thing, and it's got this engraving that tells you what mountains are what. And you can't see Mount Whitney from here. You wouldn't be able to see it anyway because it's covered in clouds. 14,495 feet. That is the tallest mountain in the lower 48. And these mountains are all in the 13 and 14,000 foot range. The tallest one I can see here isn't listed. Mount Thompson over there. Then you got a bunch of mountains that you can't see from here because of the clouds. That is Bishop. And when we were coming down, I thought, well, is that Big Pine where we just came from? But no, Big Pine would be back down that way. So let's go over to the other side and see what it says about where we are. And I might add, for those of you who aren't familiar with this, that is the Sierra Nevada range over there. This range over here is the Inyo Mountains. Those are the mountains we are going over, and we have to go down to go over them from here. And we will be headed out that way and down to the other side into Nevada. And looks like, these peaks out here, 10 Mountain, 8,900 feet. Then that tallest one over there is Wacoba Mountain. And it is 11,123 feet. All right, well, I don't know, I thought maybe there would be some information at the point up there about the age of these bristlecone pines in this area. This is one right here, and I don't know if this is one of the really old ones. They said the sign said Patriarch Grove was another 15 or 20 miles or something like that, and I wasn't going to go that far anyway. But I know that these bristlecone pines that in this area are the oldest living things on Earth. I don't recall the exact ages of them right now. I will look that up and text it. I can't look it up right now. I can't do anything because I don't have any signal up here. Jennifer geared up. She put on her heavy jacket and chaps. I put on my chaps. I didn't even bring a heavy jacket. I'm not really cold, but we still have a long way to go at elevation before we drop back down to Beatty. It was a pretty cool road coming up. I'd never been on it, and I didn't. I took, as you saw, I took it real easy. And on the ride up and down there, you saw some of the big fat. I guess those are bristlecones. There's no information about them up here now. That's kind of disappointing, but yeah, We'll climb back on the bike and head over to Beatty, Nevada. We will intersect. We'll go down here and get back on 168. And then that turns into, something else. Once it goes into Nevada, and it goes down and intersects with Highway 95 north of Beatty. Man, I can feel the elevation here. Just that little walk up that hill, I can feel it. Woo! All right, here we go. sign right here was not lying. It was steep and it was curvy. This road, until you got down into the flats, pull over this guy coming up behind, let him by. But yeah, sometimes people tend to think of the desert as really long, really straight, really flat roads. Sometimes it is like that. It certainly wasn't here, and it's not in most places. Out in front of us there is the open desert. It was windy and it was flat and it was straight once we got to the bottom of the I don't know what the wind speeds were, but the gusts had to be at least 60. Tumbleweeds were going faster than cars going the other way on the road. When we left Bristlecone and started heading east into Nevada, it was a wind coming from the south, and it was just blowing us all over the road. It was terrible. Hitting her face with little rocks and stuff. She got her full face helmet, so she didn't have to put up that this time. But once we got on 95 and headed south, it was a headwind, so it was easier to manage, but it was really getting it on. And so much so that we almost ran out of gas. We had 7/10 of a gallon left when we got to Beatty. And I slowed down. I was doing about 80. I was just following the other cars, and my light came on. It's like, oh, I better slow down here and stop using so much gas. But yeah, the headwind really killed our mileage. But it's not, it's nice. It's just windy. I don't know what temperature, it's probably 70. But yeah, we're gonna chill for a little while, go get something to eat, and lose some money. But yeah, made it to Beatty, Nevada, the gateway to Death Valley. Well, our evening in Beatty was uneventful. You saw it was really windy. It was like that all night. We went down to the Stagecoach Casino, and they have a Denny's there. We had dinner, we gambled a little bit, and we went to bed. We checked into the El Portal Motel there in Beatty, which is a cool place if you're ever there. There was a sign on the lobby that said, "This is Mittens and she owns the motel." And so when we got back, she come rubbing up on our legs and stuff, and that was really cool. But when we got up, it was cold, it was windy, it was raining. When I walked outside, and but the cat come rushing up there and rubbing on me, and I kept scratching her head, and she finally jumped up in the room and started checking things out. Here's some cool pictures of that. Also, when we left this morning, as I said, it was cold. I ended up going over to Dollar General and buying a cheap hoodie to put on under my jacket. All I brought was a light jacket because it was supposed to be warm. This is an unexpected storm. But yeah, it was still a good trip. Here we are. This is Highway 375 going west. And this is the road that goes from Beatty into Death Valley. Always like coming into Death Valley. It's a really interesting place. But you come down pretty steep hills from both directions, from the west to the east. If we go to the left here, that's where Furnace Creek is out that way, and Badwater Basin. You can actually see it way off at the very left edge of the frame there. Yeah, it was not hot this day. It was warm. But it was in the 80s, and it was in the high 30s when we left Beatty. Pioneer Point really is, I guess, could be considered a suburb of Trona. It's a few miles north of the actual town of Trona, and it is where our dear friends Dave and Michelle Brigden live, and we'll stop by, pay them a visit. All right, well, we have left Trona and we are on Highway 178 past the west end, and off to the left here is where the Trona Pinnacles are. If you've never been out there, uh, it's a very remote and desolate area, but it is really, really cool. It's a very awesome. You got to drive about a mile down a dirt road to get there, but it is well worth the drive. You can make it in your Prius if you need to. But yeah, had a good visit with Dave and Michelle. Spent, I don't know, I think we were there for an hour or so, and headed home. All right, well, my battery on the GoPro died somewhere out there between Trona and here, but we got off 178. You turn on to Trona Road, then on to Cyril Station Cutoff, then on to 395, and now we are on Red Rock Randsburg Road, headed west towards Highway 14, where it will join Highway 14 up by Jawbone Canyon. All right, well, we are home and dry. Jennifer is already in the shower, in a hot shower. It's always windy in the desert, or at least there's always the possibility of wind. The forecast did say it was going to be windy. It didn't say it was going to be as windy as it was, or I probably would not have traveled out into the desert. The gusts out through Nevada when we were going to Beatty yesterday were about 60 miles an hour, sustained winds of 35. That doesn't sound like a lot, 35, but go stand out there in a 35 mile an hour wind and just try to stand there. Riding a bike in it is a real pain. I never felt like I was in any danger. It was just a real pain. My arms almost got arm pump like you get from racing motocross. But yeah, we made it home, and none of this weather was forecast as far as the rain in Beatty was forecast to happen this afternoon, but these cold temperatures were not forecast. It was a fun trip. I don't like riding in the wind, especially when it's like that, and it was like it all day yesterday. It was like that. There was no place that we were that it wasn't really blowing like that. It was got pretty windy today coming across the desert out through once we left Trona and started coming across down Red Rock Ramsburg Road and up through Tehachapi and Cameron. It was really windy up there too. But I told Jennifer, I said, just tired. We talked about it last night. I said, we always go to the coast. I'm tired of going to the coast. If I'd have known it was going to be that windy, I'd have went to the coast. All right. Well, thanks for coming along, joining us. I hope you enjoyed the GoPro stuff, because in the end, it's about all we got. I really wanted to do a couple of other things, but as I said, the weather kind of took that out of the picture. So anyhow, here are the URLs, or wherever they end up, for my PayPal and my Patreon. If you can help the channel out that way, I'd sure appreciate it. Keep shooting me the ideas. Drop them in the comments below. Shoot me an email at motorpoet59@gmail.com. Like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell if you want to be notified of future content. And we'll see you all later.